Most of us have jobs that require us to be slouched on a keyboard, shoulders internally rotated. Total killer for overhead motion. To balance this out, we're going to dig deep into the pec. I'm going to show you where with a piece of tape. We're going to hit right at the top of that pec muscle. Another way of finding out is rolling the shoulder in, and you'll feel kind of a valley in here. Now, not a lot of us have a full pull-up structure in our house. However, we do have doors, and this can be done in a doorway as well. Pop the ball in and just shove weight in. There's not a whole lot that one has to do here. Once the pain starts to subside, go ahead and give me 5 arm lifts. Now this should be done equally on both sides. Even if you have one side that's worse than the other, balance these out. Over time, you'll end up creating some great overhead movement. For some of us, maintaining an overhead position or a support position overhead can be extremely difficult. We can help ourselves out by working on our T-spine. The T-spine is that portion of your spine below your shoulder blades to about your neck. Helping out that T-spine for better shoulder and overhead position. A lacrosse ball, a foam roller, and a basic old towel. So the first thing that I'm going to do is dig into the musculature between my shoulder blade and my spine, just simply with my body's own weight. I can do this against a wall if this is too uncomfortable, but I'm going to raise the arm back and forth, trying to open up the shoulder, allowing the muscle to loosen based on my shoulder position. We'll do that on both sides. Next, if you have it, a foam roller for what they call a keg stretch. You can start as low as you want, but for those who have never done it before, start in a basic sit-up position, shoulder blades tight, arms overhead. I'm not trying to flex through my abs, so I'm going to pull my abs down, tighten that belly button to spine, and I'm going to give myself 10 pulses here. Right at the base of the shoulder blade. If you go up a little higher, you may actually start to hear some cracks and some pops. Probably okay. Now, if you're somewhere where you don't have a foam roller, not as good, but we can get by with just a basic towel. We're going to roll it up nice and tight. This was actually a full-size bath towel. And we're going to do basically the same thing, trying to get the shoulder blades back to the ground here. So because we don't have as much of a support from the ground, we're going to get a little more motion in 10 times each side. So these 2 exercises, or all 3, can really help out the overhead squat, catching, and a snatch. Let's go ahead and do those, let's say 3 times through 10 reps each, or 30 seconds, depending on how you can handle it.